الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Looks like many of you did not have supper. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah. In the 10th year of the mission of our Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the Prophet alayhi salam lost his dear uncle Abu Talib and his loving wife Sayyidina Khadija radiallahu anha. Both of them protected him alayhi salam and were even emotionally attached to him. Ya Allah. The death of Abu Talib and Sayyidina Khadija was a great loss to the Prophet alayhi salam. So much so that it was called the year of grief. Abu Jahl used to taunt the Prophet, and the Prophet leaves dispirited eventually to Hani's house, and Allah addresses himself to Jibreel alayhi salam. He says, "My beloved whom I have chosen from amongst all my creation, the best of them lies sleeping in the house of Hani, aggrieved by the hurtful words of the unbelievers. Let your piety and obedience be an invitation to my beloved. Go to my beloved who fell asleep and sad and dejected in Hani's house and be his companion. Awaken him gently and explain to him that this night he is to be shown his great destiny and invite him to come along with you." And this was to be the start of an amazing journey. As Allah says in the Quran, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi laylan min al-masjidil haram ila al-masjidil aqsa alladhi barakna hawlahu linuriyahu min ayatina innahu huwas sami'ul basir." Glory be to him who made his servant to go on a night from the sacred mosque to the remote mosque of which we have blessed the precincts, so that we may show to him some of our signs. Surely he is the hearing and the all-seeing. You know, there are two different dimensions of the Meraj. The Isra, which is from Makkah to Baitul Muqaddas, and the Meraj from Baitul Muqaddas to Sidratul Muntaha and beyond. Now, the earthly travel was for the mushrikun, for the disbelievers, and the upward travel was for the believers. You know, I'm not going to go too much into detail because it will take ages, mashallah. Inshallah, Jumu'ah will explain again more about it. But why I'm saying that, remember, Nabi alayhi salam was never in Jerusalem. And here comes a person and he tells that he was in Jerusalem from Makkah in a split of a second. Abu Jahl, he took advantage of this. He goes to say, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, "Hey, kijk wat sê jy to me?" You know how, this is how they were taunting him. And that journey from Makkah to Jerusalem was ideal for the mushrikun. Because what happened? Nabi alayhi salam met the caravan that were coming back to Makkah. So when the people started asking him questions, what does Jerusalem look like? What does this look like? Subhanallah, with the permission of Allah, Jibreel brought like a huge dimension TV in front of him. This is the miracle of Allah. And he could describe everything as the questions that they asked. This is what the Isra was all about, was for the disbelievers. And when the caravan came back to Makkah, they said, "Yes, we met the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam." And the Prophet even described the caravan and the horses and the camels and so forth. And the Meraj is for you and me. Subhanallah. On the night of Meraj, the Prophet ﷺ had 5 different vehicles. The first was the Buraq. which carried him from Makkah to Masjidul Aqsa. The second was the ascension, the al-mirqah, in other words, the steps. Each one was made of gold, the next one was silver, the steps, right? By which the Prophet ﷺ reached from the dunya to the samawat, the first dimension, in other words, right? The third vehicle was the wings of the angels taking the Prophet ﷺ to the seventh heaven. The fourth vehicle was the wings of Jibreel alayhi salam from the seventh heaven to the Sidratul Muntaha. And the fifth vehicle was a raf to the Qaba Qawsayn, the closeness which was towards Allah, in other words. You know, it's been beautifully described in so many stories. The raf came to me and became visible in the shape of a green settee, which greeted me with greetings of peace. He spoke to me, said the Nabi alayhi salam. He says, seat yourself upon me, for I will be your transport. As Allah speaks about the rafraf, muttaqiina ala rafrafin khudrin wa abqariyin fi hisan. Reclining on green cushions and rich carpets of beauty. May Allah grant us that. Nabi alayhi salam stopped in 10 different stations. The seven heavens, and the eighth and the furthermost lottery, Sidratul Muntaha. The ninth is where he heard the sound of the angels' pens writing people's actions. And the 10th level was at the Arsh, the throne, and Allah knows better. You know, it is said in an authentic hadith in Sahih Bukhari, the Prophet says, then he took my hand and ascended with me to the nearest heaven. And when I reached the nearest heaven, Jibreel said to the gatekeeper of the heaven, open the gate. And the gatekeeper said, who is it? Jibreel answered, it is I, Jibreel. He asked, is anyone with you? Jibreel alayhi salam replied, yes, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is with me. He asked, has he been called? Jibreel said, yes. So the gate was opened, and then he said, welcome, O pious Prophet and pious son. And who was it? It was Nabi Adam alayhi salam that was welcoming him. Then we ascended to the second heaven. Jibreel asked the door of it to be opened again. When I entered, says Nabi alayhi salam, Isa, son of Maryam, and Yahya, son of Zakaria, cousins from the maternal side, welcomed me and offered me their best regards. Then I was taken to the third heaven. I saw Yusuf alayhi salam, who had been given half of the world's beauty. He welcomed me and prayed for my well-being. Then he ascended with us to the fourth heaven. Idris alayhi salam was there. He welcomed me and prayed for my well-being as well. Then he went up to the fifth heaven and he met Harun alayhi salam. He also welcomed me, says Nabi alayhi salam, and prayed for my well-being. Then I was taken to the sixth heaven. Musa alayhi salam, he welcomed me and prayed for my well-being. And you know there's a long discourse between Nabi Musa alayhi salam and Nabi alayhi salam, because the salah was given to him. He came down, and what was the salah? 50 waqtus a day. Inna lillahi. They say 50. Can you imagine 50? We won't even have time to work. Eh? And every time Musa alayhi salam said, go back, your community will never do 50. It came down to 49, to 48, and 47, as you know. And up and down, Nabi alayhi salam went to arbitrate, subhanallah, until it came down after we don't know how many times. It came down to 5. And Nabi alayhi salam said, I am too shy to go back. He told Nabi Musa, I am too shy to go back to even lower than 5. And what did Allah say? The 5 which the community do, they will be rewarded for 50. Subhanallah. 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 Then in the 7th heaven, you found Ibrahim alayhi salam. leaning against the wall of the Baytul Ma'mur. Baytul Ma'mur is the heavenly Baytullah, the Kaaba, where the Malaikat, 70,000 angels visited every day, and they just visited once and they never come back again. Another 70,000 comes. So you can imagine the amount of Malaikas that have been making tawaf, and then you and I that have been fortunate to make tawaf. At the bottom, you are directly in sync in the spiritual dimensions of tawaf with the Baytul Ma'mur. Subhanallah. There's also the cosmic and spiritual that I have spoken about this at the Hajj. When I give the Hajj lessons, inshallah, we can talk about that again, inshallah. Nabi al-Islam continues, when I reach to the divine throne, I wish to remove my sandals. But the throne spoke to me and said, "O my beloved of Allah, step upon me with your blessed sandals so that I might rub the dust from it on my face. And take pride in the fact that the dust from the sandal of the beloved of Allah has fallen upon me." Again I tried to remove my sandals, but this time a call came to me from the divine being. "O my beloved, do not remove your sandals. Let my throne be honored and blessed with the dust from the soles of your sandals." I then said, says Nabi alayhi salam, my Rabb, when you called the Prophet Musa to come to the mountain of Tur in Sinai, you ordered him to remove his sandals. Again, the word came from the divine. You are more cherished and honored than he. Musa was Kalimullah and you are Habibullah. Subhanallah. Look ahead and see what you will see. When the secrets of that which the mind is incapable of grasping was revealed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, mentions in the Quran, ذُو مِرَّةٍ فَاسْتَوَى وَهُوَ بِالْأُفُقِ الْأَعْلَى. He stood poised, being on the higher horizon. ثُمَّ دَنَا فَتَدَلَّى فَكَانَ قَابَ قَوْسَيْنِ أَوْ أَدْنَى. Then drew near and suspended, hung 2 bows' lengths away or nearer. فَأَوْحَى إِلَىٰ عَبْدِهِ مَا أَوْحَى مَا كَذَبَ الْفُؤَادُ مَا رَأَى. Then he revealed to his servant what he revealed. His heart did not lie of what he saw. أَفَتُمَارُونَهُ عَلَى مَا يَرَى. What? Will you dispute with him what he sees? وَلَقَدْ رَآهُ نَزْلَةً أُخْرَى. And indeed he saw him at the second descent. عِنْدَ سِدْرَةِ الْمُنْتَهَى. عِنْدَهَا Jannatul Ma'wa. Near Sidratul Muntaha, the low tree of the utmost boundary beyond nobody can pass. Near it is the paradise of abode. May Allah grant us that. إِذْ يَغْشَى السِّدْرَةَ مَا يَغْشَى. When that covered the low tree, we did cover it. مَا زَاغَ الْبَصَرُ وَمَا طَغَى لَقَدْ رَأَى مِنْ آيَاتِ رَبِّهِ الْكُبْرَى. The sight of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not swerve, nor did he transgress its limit. Indeed, he did see the greatest sign of his Lord. Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu asked Nabi alayhi salam, هَلْ رَأَيْتَ رَبَّكَ? Did you see your Rabb? And the Prophet alayhi salam, he answered, Huwa Nur, he is Nur, I saw him. Subhanallah. What that means, subhanallah, in physical terms, we have no idea. That is between the secrets of the Meraj. Allah addresses him. He said, draw near to me, O you best of all mankind. Draw closer so that a friend may be an intimate association with his friend. In this way, the Prophet was granted the unmediated vision of the sublime beauty of He who is beyond all space and time, free from all conditions of qualities, the unmitigated principles of all things. وُجُوهُ يَوْمَئِذٍ نَاظِرَةٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّهَا نَاظِرَةٌ. Faces upon that day will be radiant, looking towards their Lord. Allah. When faced with the unparalleled honor of a glimpse of the Lord's divine beauty, says Nabi alayhi salam, it came to me to express myself in the following words. And he said, التحيات لله والصلوات والطيبات لله. He says, salutations be to Allah, all praise and glory be to Him. All worship and good works are to Him. in other words, Almighty. After I had pronounced these words, the Lord of might and glory answered, Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabi wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salutations to you, O Prophet, and the mercy of Allah and His blessings be upon you. In this way, He offered very special greetings upon me, says Nabi alayhi salam. And in response, I said, Assalamu alayna, and peace be upon the righteous servants. Can you imagine? Our Nabi is in such a state, but he's thinking of you and me. He says, Assalamu alayna, and salam from upon all of us, upon the righteous servants of the Lord. And subhanallah, amazing. Jibreel alayhi salam didn't go further, but he was informed of this secret. And when he was told about this tahiyya, this greeting, he said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Subhanallah. Isn't that amazing? So you can understand, this is our Meraj, and we do it 5 times a day. Salah, we talk with Allah and we send blessings on our Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So don't mess up. Try to improve your salah. Sometimes we pick up habits. I've been speaking in my Dhuhr talks for a couple of weeks now. When the Imam goes into ruku, then the man is still standing, making, what he's doing. You said, Ma'mum, I'm following the Imam. Why aren't you following the Imam? When the Imam comes up, you're still in the ruku. No, but I haven't finished reciting my Alhamdulillah. If you haven't, then you must break and follow the Imam. And follow the Imam, because that's what you're saying. This is very important, following the Imam. It is so important that if you are making Sunnah Salah, sometimes people don't know, and the Iqamah is going off for the Fard Salah, you break off your Sunnah Salah and join the Fard Salah. This is hadith, this is reality of us, so please, let us improve in our Salah, at least from tonight onwards. Ya help us. So, we end off tonight with the beautiful Darud Taj, where I will recite with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد صاحب التاج والمعراج والبراق والعلم دافع البلاء والوباء والقحط والمرض والألم اسمه مكتوب مرفوع مشفوع منقوش في اللوح والقلم سيد العرب والعجم جسمه مقدس معتر مطهر منور في البيت والحرم شمس الضحى بدر الدجى صدر العلا نور الهدى كهف الورى مصباح الظلم جميل الشيم شفيع الأمم صاحب الجود والكرم والله عاصمه وجبر خادمه والبراق مركبه والمعراج سفره وسدرة منتهى مقامه وقاب قوسين مطلوبه والمطلوب مقصوده والمقصود موجوده سيد المرسلين خاتم النبيين شفيع المذنبين أنيس الغريبين رحمة للعالمين راحة العاشقين مراد المشتاقين شمس العارفين سراج السالكين مصباح المقربين محب الفقراء والغرباء والمساكين سيد الثقلين نبي الحرمين إمام القبلتين وسيلتنا في الدارين صاحب القاب قوسين محبوب رب المشرقين والمغربين جد الحسن والحسين مولانا ومولى الثقلين أبي القاسم محمد بن عبد الله نور من نور الله يا أيها المشتاقون بنور جماله صلوا عليه وآله وأصحابه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى sallim. Inshallah we stand up for the Ashra Kauna. Shah-e Madina, Shah-e do alam, ay nabiyon ke imam, Nabi ji le lo hamara salam, Nabi ji le lo hamara salam. Burraq rafraf पाई सवारी तूने शबे मेराज, नबी जी तूने शबे मेराज, रब ने तुम्हारे सर पे नबी जी रखा शफाअत का ताज, नबी जी रखा शफाअत का ताज। जिन्नो बशर और हूरो मलाइक, जिन्नो बशर और हूरो मलाइक कहते हैं बाएहतराम, नबी जी ले लो हमारा सलाम, नबी जी ले लो हमारा सलाम। सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि मुहम्मद, सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, सल्लल्लाहु अला मुहम्मद, सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम। या नबी सलाम अलैका, या रसूल सलाम अलैका, या हबीब सलाम अलैका, सलावतुल्लाह अलैका। या हबीबी या मुहम्मद, या अरूसल ख़ाफ़िक़ैन, या मुअय्यद या मुमज्जद, या इमाम al-क़िबलतैन। अल्लाह मरहबन या नूर ऐनी, अल्लाह मरहबन जद्दल हुसैनी, मरहबन अहलन व सहलन, मरहबन या खैरु दा'i। सलाम या सलाम अलैकुम, सलाम अल्लाह या रसूल अल्लाह, अलल मदीना मौलाया सल्ली व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदन अला हबीबिका खैरिल खल्क़ि कुल्लिहिम, वग़फिर इलाही लिकुल्लिल मुस्लिमीन बिमा यतलूना फिल मस्जिदिल अक़सा व फिल हरामी, मौलाया सल्ली व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदन अला हबीबिका खैरिल खल्क़ि कुल्लिहिम। या रब्बी बिल मुस्तफ़ा बल्लिग़ मक़ाम بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا يا مولانا يا ارحم الراحمين اللهم بارك لنا في رجب وشعبان وبلغنا رمضان يا ارحم الراحمين ويقول الله تعالى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون بخير دعواهم فيها سبحانك اللهم وتحيتهم فيها سلام وآخر دعواهم عن الحمد لله رب العالمين. Just a quick announcement. The Legacy Project 1500. A group of ulama have come together. They're calling themselves the Legacy Project 1500. The Prophet was born, alayhi salam, 53 years prior to the Hijrah, from 1447. So 1447 plus 53 gives you 1,500 in the year 2025. So there will be a few programs that will be coming off regarding to commemorate this milestone of 1,500. MashaAllah, we fall in the category of 1,500. We are so blessed to be the ummah of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. May we follow in his footsteps, and may we be dressed with his blessings and his sunnah, and we give it to our children and our grandchildren. Thank you all for listening to us.